This is the answer key for formulas and names. This sheet has both ionic and covalent compounds, separated though by type. There's also both naming and formula writing. For ionic compounds, we name the cation and we name the anion. For our class, the cation is always going to be the first symbol, and the anion will be the second symbol. If we were to have to look at is this an ionic or covalent compound, because they would be mixed, we would look for a metal stuck to a nonmetal or 3 or more atoms in that formula. Those would both be definitions of ionic compounds. For ionic compounds, just name the particle. So Ba is barium, O is oxide, Zn is zinc, SO4 is called sulfate. Now, if you don't know these, because you don't have them memorized, you just look these up on the back of your resource. Cations are on the left. They're on the left side of the formula. They're on the left side of the resource. Anions are on the right. They're on the right side of the formula. Therefore, they're the right side of the resource as well. Having these memorized will make naming compounds much, much easier. K is called potassium. And HCO3 is called bicarbonate. Make sure to slow down the last 3 letters of each of your endings. Those are the most important 3. SR is called strontium. I is called iodide. It's a nonmetal by itself, not stuck to anything else. IDE ending. AL gets the aluminum. Full name. CO3 is called carbonate. You can certainly look up carbonate on your resource. Going the opposite direction, break this problem down by writing down the symbol first. So K is K plus 1. It's a group 1 ion, so it makes it plus 1. Bromide's a group 7, which makes it minus 1. Plus 1, minus 1, they cancel. Remember, we're going to crisscross these down. Since it's a 1 and 1 subscript, we do not need to write them. Plus 1 ion cancels a minus 1 ion. Calcium is Ca plus 2. It's a group 2 ion. You can look up the name chromate, and you'd find out that CrO4 minus 2 plus 2 minus 2 cancels, so it's just CaCrO4. Zinc is Zn plus 2. Nitrate, that ending helps us. ATE makes it NO3 minus 1. The 2 will go on the back side of the NO3. So Zn, NO3, the 2 goes on the back side, so we need parentheses around nitrate. Sodium is Na plus 1. It's a group 1. Sulfide is a group 6, makes it minus 2. Plus 1 minus 2. This 2 crisscrosses onto sodium. So NaS, the 2 from sulfur, comes down onto sodium. The 1 from sodium goes on the back side of sulfur. You do not need to write it because it's a 1. And then Al is plus 3. Phosphate is PO4 minus 3. A plus 3 and a minus 3 charge cancel. AlPO4. That's the ionic. Now, covalent says it's also known as prefix naming system. So the first atom will get a prefix for a subscript 2 or greater. So just quickly looking here, the first atom, no, 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 yes, prefix needed, no prefix. So 4 of those don't need a prefix in the first atom. The second atom is always going to get a prefix. So you need to know these prefixes. You can look them up in your notes. And also many of them have, they're pretty predictable. So no prefix, just full first name, nitrogen. Prefix for 2 is di. O gets the anion style name, oxide, IDE ending. C is carbon, full name. 4, tetra. I remember tetra for 4 because all the Tetris blocks have 4 little cubes. Tetrafluoride. N, its full name nitrogen, no prefix. I, it's going to be iodide, but we need to have the prefix for 3, tri-iodide. Double I right here. We need a prefix this time, di-nitrogen, still full first name, but with the prefix di because of the subscript 2. And then 5 would be pentasulfide. And then lastly, carbon, no prefix. Second atom gets prefix for 1, which is mono, but since it's going to be double O, we're only going to include 1O, monoxide. Going from a name to a formula, likewise, with the top of the sheet, we're going to break this problem, make it simpler. So if there's no prefix, the subscript's going to be 1. Hexa is for 6. Then we're going to have F, Xe. Carbon is C, 1 copy. Tetra is 4. Chloride is Cl. Nitrogen, no prefix, so it's just N, 1 copy. Mono means 1. We have oxygen. Phosphorus, no prefix, so it's just P. Tri means 3. Bromide is going to be bromine. And then di means 2, nitrogen, N. Pent is 5, oxides O. So breaking these words down into the symbols makes this much easier. Remember, we do not need to write a subscript 1, so Xe, F, prefix was 6, so subscript 6. Carbon is C, 1 copy, don't need to write that. Cl for chlorine, 4. N, O, 1. Phosphorus, bromine, 3 copies from that prefix. Nitrogen, now that was di, so there's our subscript 2, O, it's penta, so it's 5.